Heck yeah, we are here. Another right to the mic, but not just any other right to the mic. It's the last one of the 2022 year. That's right. It's the last of 22 year. So you better want to get in on this? Get in on this. 850-9001-2176. And there's a passcode with that. So just let me know. You can message me on Facebook or IG. The real Nick P on IG, Facebook, Nick P logo's right there. So we can get that passcode because I like to keep the space sacred in every way, shape, or form. We just had another great writing workshop session. We had seen some people here who we haven't seen in a while. We have some people here from familiar faces and everything too as well. And we got a nice list tonight and everything too as well. So definitely come on in here and definitely check us out, whether we be on YouTube or Facebook and everything too as well. We're going to be hearing from some of the amazing poets tonight, but I'm going to open up the session with the last poem I'm going to be performing on my space and everything too as well. And it is a new piece and everything too as well. And it is for all the artists out there, because I know what's been going on in the world and everything. So here we go. Automation is becoming a problem. AI is stealing art, in a form of piracy that makes pirates from all universes angry. Art and image taken by machines driven by soulless human hands. Bow down to them if you dare. Know that this is the beginning. They are coming. For the drawers, next the comedians, then the painters, then the writers, along with everyone else. In an age of disinformation, deceiving is believing the lie of a disguised truth. Believing isn't just biting the hand into the hand that feeds. It's taking while recognizing and still doing it anyways. Take the wires and plug them into them if you dare. It's just a quick charge, a quick jolt, a quick reel, a quick short circuit. Say, did you get your dopamine dosage from the image of art you looked at today? Was it real? Was it? Was it made from scratch or generated? Was it real or was it fake? What is real and what is false? The lens of the glasses have deceived you again, haven't they? AI is not perfect. That doesn't mean it's in the works. It's best to kill this artificial symbiote before it festers. Say no to artificial intelligence and say yes to art and images. Keep and rein in the money and the power in the pen, the pencil, and the brush. Because I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but with this Lensa app and everything too as well, and from what I've been seeing too as well, they're stealing images and everything too as well. And these are artists that are working hard and everything too as well. So I had to make that one, and for us artists and everything too as well.
What was your title for that piece, Nick?
I don't have a specific title, but I'm tinkering with a couple. The one is called You and AI. Another one is called An I in Artificial.
Uh-huh.
And another title that I'm thinking about is called Stealing is a Form that AI is trying to perfect.
You know the movie The Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, I am very familiar with it.
Potential title is The Pirates of the AI.
I like that one. The Pirates of the AI.
How about an eye for an AI?
That's so cutesy, Brian.
Well, that's me. I'm a cutesy type of guy. What can I say?
How about this? We combine both the titles. The Pirates of AI. The Pirates of AI. And what was the one that you said, Generalissimo?
An eye for an AI.
An eye for an AI.
Like an eye for an eye.
That's like the pirate patch.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes. So
right.
That's what I'm saying, because I was like, I wanted to I like both those titles. So I was like, let's combine that. Yes, so let's get to it and everything too as well. Yes, so we're gonna get to the list and everything too as well and everything. We got Christopher Moore come up to the mic and everything, and then on deck we have Marianne Peterson. So let's hear what Christopher Moore has to say. Christopher, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes, I do have one I can read.
Go for it.
This one's called Aphrodite's Bird. Soaring with its wings stretched out, this bird sent by a vengeful goddess, eyes locked onto its sighted target, ripping off skin and tissue of my chest, devouring my heart as if it's a full course dinner. This vile bird leaves after it has done the deed. My precious organ regrows over nightfall, but as the sun's rays start to appear in the sky, I have to run away again once more as the creature begins its hunt yet again.
Ooh. Creature begins its hunt yet again. I love that, Christopher. It's great to see you again and everything. I love that piece right there. It's really awesome. And it's really awesome what you're also doing too as well. Not only with just poetry, but also what you're doing with your own community and everything like that too as well. Because I know that you have your own show coming up next Wednesday, and you also have the Thursday open mic too as well. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that too as well?
Yeah, a week from today at 8 p.m. Eastern is the last more poetry of 2022. So that will be December 28th. And Thursday open mic already happened last week because the first Thursday of the month was the first. So there was like a little synchronized thing. But yeah. And also the podcast too. As most of you know, I've had Nemo for December's episode. Last week, I recorded January's episode, which will be posted on the 2nd. And for that, I got Josh Smalls.
Love me some Coach Josh Smalls right there and everything too as well. Coach is awesome right there, and you're doing a great job too as well. And I've had the chance to listen to your podcast. You are a really, really good interviewer. A really good interviewer, I have to say.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Just share it around more so I can get more listens.
I got you. We'll work on that and everything too as well and everything. We'll try to get that shares up and everything too as well. So also not only for myself, but everyone else, start sharing Christopher more stuff and everything too as well. And Christopher, if you want to just drop all that info into the chat too as well, and also let the people know where they can find you online too as well before you drop that info and everything.
Yeah. Well, first off, the reason why I say to share the episodes is mainly for the poets that I have on. I'm not sharing it for my own ego, mostly to share it just so these artists can get out there more and, yeah, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, it's mostly so the artists can get out and, maybe they find someone that they don't know and they'll find their work. That's what I'm hoping for.
Absolutely. And you're doing a great job, and we're going to help elevate you too as well. That's an important part and everything too as well. So we're going to help elevate you too as well, Christopher. So again, thank you for coming on and everything too as well. And thank you for sharing tonight. And make sure you go check out more poetry and everything too as well. And also Thursday too as well. So with that being said and everything too as well, we're going to go to our next performer. We got Marianne Peterson in the house right now. Marianne, what's going
Hey.
on? How are you? Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. My husband's aunt Diane is in the hospital. She had a heart attack, and they had to put stents in her heart, and she has only like 20% of heart stuff left in the way of how it pumps.
Mm.
And but she was eating fine, but she was confused when we saw her today.
Oh no. I hope everything works out and everything. Those are no joke right there. The heart attacks and everything. Those are no jokes
Yeah.
and everything too.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I'm glad that you took the time and you came here tonight and everything too as well. And I hope that everything gets better and sending healing vibes your way and everything too as well to
Thanks.
you and your family, Marianne. What you got for us tonight?
This is called Twitch. I wrote on the 15th of this month. T is for terrific. W is for wonderful. I is for incredible dancer. T is for truthful. C is for caring. H is for healthy physically. We had to say goodbye to another celebrity, another one who had mental health issues. He was a nice person. He was a really good dancer. He was a great person. We will miss him. That's the first one. Second one I'm gonna do is called Save Me. I wrote on the 11th of this month, and that was based on a writing prompt from Impromptu. Save me. I want someone to save me. Save me from the pain and strife. I want to be healthy and stay healthy mentally. I want somebody to be there for me when I feel down. I want somebody to tell me everything will be fine. I want somebody to pick me up when I feel low. I want to get back up again over and over when I fall. Can anybody save me but myself?
Ooh. Oh wow.
Mm.
Oh man, that was. I love those pieces, Marianne, and I appreciate also the tribute to Twitch too as well.
Yep.
That one really shook me and everything too as well. And
Thanks.
I'm not as familiar of Twitch as other people are, but
Yep.
that was really sad when I heard about that, what happening and everything too
Yep.
as well. So
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad that you put that out there and everything too as well for tribute and everything. That was
Thanks.
really beautiful, Marianne. Great work on your end and everything too as well. Where can the people find you online and everything, and your SoundCloud and everything, and your books?
Okay, on Instagram at Mary.Pearson.556, on SoundCloud for my music, Ritmary1, WRITMARY, the number one, all smiles, no spaces. I have YouTube channels under Marianne Pearson. I have a Twitter under Sue Marianne. I have a Clubhouse under Marianne35. I have 8 books available on Amazon. Life 1, Life 2, Love and Lust 1, and Poetry 1 is 46. You have to be 18 up to catch adult content. And my other one, Obsession Murder Short Stories, you have to be 18 up to catch of violence and some stories. Including one of my 9th and 10th books.
There you go, right there. 9th and 10th books right there. Marianne, always great to see you and everything. And again, I'm sending you
You
healing
too.
and loving energy to you and your family's way and everything too as well.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Always great to have you here. One of the many mainstays here at this mic and everything too as well, like Christopher before. Now next up, we're going to bring up one of the other many mainstays over here too as well. We got Black Silver in the house. Black Silver, what's going on? How are you?
Hello. Trachu. Let's see here. All right, this is what I got for you. I'm going to do a piece called Hanged Man. And this is the poem right here. And I'm going to challenge myself. So here's what we're going to do. See this right here? Just from in front of the screen. You see this? Oh, just like that. I'm going to try to do this from memory. So I'm going to try and commit. I feel like this is a piece that I just really went hard on. So I just want to like try to memorize it. So here we go. I only yield to the sun and the moon. Can't nobody tell me what to do. My religion is the triple truth. The maiden, grown, and mother ain't raised no fool. So tell me why they lie in the news. Then tell the truth in mythology. The ancestors revive as you and me. The phoenix is a reality. Tell me why they lie with hyperbole, then tell the truth in Harry Pottery, presently performing sorcery to flip the pages of this poetry. Every woman is a witch, and every man is a genie. Don't believe me? Just look at patriarchal society, making wishes to Jesus. Tell me why they lie. Tell me why the truth is overlooked. Then they tell the truth in comic books. An open mind is all it took. Or is it an open book? The truth is stranger than fiction, or is it the other way around? In a patriarchy upside down, like Hanged Man. Tell me why they lie all 4 seasons, rain, sleet, or snow, like pharaoh rods. Then tell the truth in tarot cards. The terror never stops. Fear is all it took to overlook the luxury of freedom and flip humanity upside down, like reading a book backwards. De-evolution. The devil is the conclusion. Corruption is his weapon. Blood in the water attracts sharks. A world run by apex predators that hide in the dark, too smart to come to the light. Tell me why. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why they practice lying in the mirror and why the truth appears when nobody's looking. I said, tell me why they practice lying in the mirror and why the truth appears when nobody's looking. I guess that makes the truth the master of off-screen stealth. Can I get a witness? I know someone's gotta feel this.
Oh
That
my
was off the
goodness.
leash.
You know, I think your cadence has a little Jane spoken word running through it.
I
Isn't it-
sense that too as well. It's not just you, generally, but I sense that too as well. There's
I
a
was listening. I said, "Who does this remind me of?" And I was thinking, Jane spoken word. It's the rhythm and the cadence. It's really fantastic.
yes, you hit it on the head, generally, Spo. That the cadence was right there, and like to do it off memory too as well. It was like, what? I am so happy for you, Black Silver. It's not easy memorizing poetry and everything like that. Whatever it, I'm always the person that's like, if you need to use your like sheet of paper or phone or whatever device that you need to use to read it, great. If you can get off memory, that's also great too as well. I love that, and you also did the hand motion, the gestures too as well, and it also added to the performance too as well. So I have to say that was really well thought out, because it reminds me when I do my Gengar poem. That's what it like remind me of. Like I do like my hand gestures and everything too as well, and everything, so it helps memorize and everything. It was really
brings
well
the
done.
Audience in if you can like kind of like, I don't know, move around or do
Mhm.
something, as opposed to just like, just sitting there.
Absolutely. I agree with that. 110% right there, Black Silver. Yes. That right there was awesome though. That was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Always a pleasure. If you want to let the people know where they could find you online and everything before you go back and everything like that, and where they can get your jewelry too.
Yep, IG is where Instagram is how pretty much how I interact with the world. It's Mordenti777 beads unleashed _unleashed, and so I have my jewelry there where you can transactions are done through Cash App. Just Cash App me and I'll send it through the mail. And of course, I got holiday stuff going on and I'm traveling, so it'll be a while before I'm able to like actually ship stuff out because I'm not where my materials are right now. But other than that, come holler at me later into January and get you some bling, get you some bling. So and yeah, I also have my poetry there. I perform my poetry and post it there, so you can check that out too. That's free. The poetry is free, but the bling, pay the fee. So that's how I strike a balance. I'll plug it in the chat. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for coming through, Black Silver. I appreciate that too as well, and that's awesome that you memorized that piece right there. It really is awesome right there, and definitely drop your info right there in the chat too as well, Black Silver. It's always a pleasure to have you here. One of our many mainstays and everything too as well, and everything too. So Robert is having some technical issues right now, so Robert's gonna bounce out and bounce back on in here, and then we'll get to Robert whenever he comes back in here and everything too as well. Terry, I did notice that your hand is raised, and I want to make sure everything is okay on your end and everything. Terry, if you can hear me and everything like that, I don't know if there was a mistake on your end, but I see that your hand's raised. There's something that you need. Let me just see. I'm going to see if Terry's okay.
Okay, there we go. I was just going to read, but I was waiting for my turn.
Oh, okay. Let me just make sure that I'll make sure that you're on the list and everything too as well, and we'll get to you and everything too as well. So we'll get to you and everything. Hang on here. Let me just see here. Let me just see here. Hang on. All right, I'll get you on the list and everything too, Terry. All right, I'm gonna get you on there and everything too as well. So we'll get you on there. So as we await for Robert to come back, we're gonna go on to Lizzie right there and see if Lizzie's all ready to go on Jer's end and everything. Lizzie, are you
Hello.
there? Hey, oh,
Be-
Twist Twin.
Beanie blessings.
Beanie blessings and blanket blessings too as well. Now we're gonna add beanie and blanket blessings. I like
It is
that.
I don't know how cold it is in New Jersey tonight.
It's
but
cold.
Yeah, it's actually too cold for a beanie god. Like my notes is really bad. Like if you guys see me snapping like a crab, it's not to be silly. My hand eczema has spread to my like the inside of my fingers and it's just hard. So it's me just trying to give you guys some love. So that's what happens when it gets this cold in New York. But yeah, and Nick also read the Beanie Blessings on Deadpan Dope last night. He read it beautifully for the 1 year anniversary. So thank you for coming through and doing that. All right, I'm gonna read the 2 other poems that we did during the workshop part of the night. The first one, or the second one, I guess, was The Mirror. So this is titled Acknowledgement. The bullies see me as Narcissus. I had no idea he was a beautifully poetic, potent, queer human. When I wash my face, I'm only sifting away the dirt that finished teaching me their lessons. There will always be mud in my pores, in my skin to educate me. I may gaze at my proud self in a long floor mirror, to take in the decades of positive work I have done for myself. But this will never be excessive, given self-love has no limits. And the last prompt is just 23 words to get my point across. If I do not write what interests me, I cannot break out of the glass bottle they want me to stay trapped in. Thank you.
Ooh, I like those. That was awesome right there and everything.
And he got my favorite beanie.
Ah, yes, this is the legendary anti-social beanie that I've been looking for the last month because I need it when I go shopping and everything to let people know not
I
to
love
talk
it.
to me, please.
I love it so much.
Like, you can talk to me here, that's cool and everything, but like when I'm doing my shopping and everything like that, it's like there's a meme that describes me perfectly. It's like when you're on stage and performing / hosting and like you're like Freddie Mercury and everything like that. When you're off stage and everything like that, you're in the hoodie and everything like that, and it's like the thing is like it's like the where the face is and everything like that, where the person's face is, it's like all closed off and everything. That's also me.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's a great beanie and everything. I love this one. This is my favorite beanie. Yeah. But yes, Lizzie, always great to see you and everything too as well. And always glad to have you in this space and everything too. I know you're very busy and everything too as well, what you got going on. Let the people know where they could find you online and everything, and also about the next Deadpan Dope show.
Thank you. And thank you for the space and the writing prompts. I always love them. You can on the first and third Tuesdays of the month at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time find my mic here at the Word is Right, Deadpan Dope. It's just an open mic for all mediums of art. We do a little meditation on some I statements at the end. It's a nice time. We just come and relax for a couple hours. Last night we almost went like 3 hours, but it was the anniversary, so I let it go well into the night. And I got books out. I'm actually sold out of Kundabini and the anthologies, but if anyone wants one of the final author copies of Intervisions, they can reach out to me, or they can always get it on Amazon. If you just type in Intervisions and Elizabeth Sophia Strauss. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for the space.
You're welcome, Lizzie. Always a pleasure to have you in this space. You contribute so much to this space and everything. We love having you here. So whenever you can make it here, we'd love to have you here. And if you can't make it here, we'll be sad, but we're understanding of that. And, you know, you have to do what you have to do and everything. We respect that. But always a pleasure to have you here, Lizzie. You're always welcome in this space and everything, too, as well. Love to you, my
Thank you.
beanie god yourself. And also my twisted twin. I got to say that, too, as well. That's my twisted twin. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go now from Lizzie. Robert had to step away because of some mic issues, technical issues. Robert, let's see if your mic is working. Let's do a quick mic check. Let's see.
Good evening.
Ooh, it sounds good. Yes.
Good evening. I'm Robert Fleming, and I'm going to promote an anthology which I am one of the contributors to. It's called Solstice, and today is the solstice. I think it's the shortest. It's the shortest day during the year, December 21st. And the anthology is published by Devil's Party Press, which is a California publisher. Can I share the screen?
Let me just get that all set up for you. That's not what I wanted to do. No technology. You're being bad to me. Bad technology. There we go. Now you should be good to go.
Okay. So I wanted to show people the front of the anthology, and then I will show you the back of it. And this is the back. This is the back.
Ooh.
The back of it. And one of my contributions is a tribute to Robert Frost. And I will share my tribute to Robert Frost. Robert's Frost poem is stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. And mine is called Not Stopping by Roadkill on Route 66. Route 66, I've driven 1,000 times. The sports bar at exit 289. You will not see me break here. To claim this creature is alive, I fear. My car's heater is not heating. To stop at the roadside for a pee. Without a car repair shop near, I will pass these meals to my rear. A roadkill must be eaten in 48 hours. Any more, stomach sickness follows. Roadkill death time detector in my trunk. Butchering I flunked. My headlights show a deer. Get sugar giving this deer to my deer. Red and blue lights circling in my rear. Miles to be chased before I gulp more beer. And thank you for letting me share Solstice, and I will put the link for the book on Amazon.
Oh, yes. I love that poem and I love that cover. And I love the back too as well. I'm glad you shared both that too as well. And definitely drop that Amazon link too as well. Once I get all my stuff situated and everything like that, I will throw some dollars to that and everything too as well. For those that aren't aware, I did get laid off from my job last month, so that was not fun. But once I do get like everything situated and everything too as well, I'll definitely want to contribute and everything too as well and everything. If it's still available and everything too as well, Robert. And also if you got the time, you want to also drop your info as well in the chat too as well. That'd be fantastic too as well. I greatly appreciate that. And always great to have you here. One of the many, many mainstays over here too as well. Robert also read a hockey poem also as well in our workshop, and it was really awesome. And I caught every single one of those references. It was awesome. It was so cool. With that being said, we're going to go from Robert. We're going to go to now Marula, who we haven't seen. Oh, excuse me. Let me make sure I got my list right and everything too as well. Excuse me. Sorry, correction. I am not above mistakes and everything too as well. I admit I messed up. We're going to go now to Generalissimo Brian Franco. Then Marula is going to be on deck right there. So let's go to Generalissimo right there. That is my fault. Hello, Generalissimo. Hi. Great to see you again.
I'll do two pieces, two quickies.
Okay.
The first is why people greet me with Gesundheit instead of hello. Every once in a while, I feel a tear on the outside corner of each eye I decide not to drop. They are synchronized swimmers at opposite ends of a pool who walk away from a show rather than dive in. It's like when a sneeze that has my nostrils itchy never comes to fruition. I can feel worn out, let down, and relieved at the same time when anticipation refuses me a drop of ketchup from a bottle that enjoys being spanked. Both the tears and the sneeze are my body making physiological decisions to conserve specific resources for more urgent future events. I realistically realize that the reality of my potential as a synchronized swimmer is hampered by lack of athletic prowess, swimming skills, and no sense of timing. Then again, I can cry like a summer afternoon in Alabama and blow the roof off any house with a single sneeze. And one more poem, which is called Elegy or Eulogy for a Grape. The sapphire grape was delicious. It was sweet with a slight edge of wininess. Its prettiness preceded itself, its sleek, lanky physique and purple, almost black, slick skin had other varieties of grapes, accusing it of perpetuating unrealistic standards of beauty. This grape would have been tasty in jelly, smashed by toes into wine, roasted to accompany a za'atar grilled lamb chop, or as frozen ice in a signature drink in a celebrity chef gastropub. Instead, it came to its demise by virtue of my teeth to pleasure my insatiable sweet tooth. Of course, I was able to make sure it wasn't alone by devouring at least a dozen of its closest friends. Thank you.
Yeah. I love both those pieces, Generalissimo. Always great to have you here and everything. One of our many mainstays over here with the awesome chair and the awesome hat and everything too. Generalissimo, before you go and everything, where can the people find you online? Or if you want to just drop in the chat and everything about your info, and also about the next Cafe Generalissimo.
Yeah, I'll have to pull it up. The next Cafe Generalissimo, unless I decide to do a pop-up on next week, which I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it because I missed the last three because I was on the road, and then this past week I had severe internet issues, so maybe I might do one next week, but I'm not sure. But other than that, it's going to be the first Monday in January, which I'm not sure what that date is.
It's January 2nd, the day after the new year. So after New Year's Day, you get to get all the hangovers and everything out of your hair and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get to go spend some time at the cafe.
Yeah, something like that.
Absolutely. And it's always a pleasure to have you here, Generalissimo. Thank you again for coming through and present those pieces. And also, it was great to see you also when you did stop through to Jersey and everything too as well. Got love for you, Generalissimo. Got love for you. All right. So now we are approaching near the end of the list and everything too as well. So now we're going to bring on up here Morula, who I haven't seen in quite some time and everything. It's always a pleasure to have her here and everything too as well. So it's great to see you again. Yes. Hello. How's it going?
I'm good, thanks. So pleased to be back. Nice to see you all and hear some quality poetry. I haven't been very active in the media lately due to many issues I won't talk about. Just wondering what to read. A short poem, which I will choose the one less dramatic. And that's called If These Walls Could Talk, What Would They Say? Eyewitness to my birth. Would they tell me about how I was conceived? Would they tell me about our memories and my childhood? I crawled from wall to wall, how I scribbled on them when I held my first color pencils. If these walls could talk, They would tell how they were built with stones gathered from our land, mixed with clay and hay, mixed with sweat and dreams. If these walls could talk, they would tell me their story, then gracefully resist time, an amazing summer that time cannot erase. Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. It is great to see you again and great to hear you again. That was awesome. I missed you so much, and I'm glad that you made your way back over here and everything too as
Thank
well.
you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and for whatever reason, whenever you're ready to talk about it, if you ever want to talk about it, we're here for you and everything too as well. This community is amazing and everything too as well. And I also want to wish Marianne also a good night too as well. Have a great one. And also Marilla, you're always welcome back over here too as well, whenever it is and that you can make it out here and everything. I know there's quite a time difference from where you are and everything too as well. But if you can make it out here, great. If you can't, I totally get it and everything too as well. If you also want to like let people know where they can find you online, or if you know you have anything coming up too as well, you can certainly do that. And then we'll get to Terry Rose Jurtson. So if you have anything you wanted to okay. If you want to drop your info in the chat or anything, or if you want to say it, you can go ahead and do that and everything too. And also, as Marilla is dropping that info in the chat, I'm also going to drop a Zoom link to our great friend Coach Josh Smalls, whom was mentioned earlier by Christopher Moore. He has an open mic after this, so if anyone wants to go to that too as well, I will drop that info into the chat too as well after Marula drops her info and everything too as well in the chat too as well. While I'm getting that info and everything too as well and everything, we're going to go to our last performer of the evening. We're going to go back to the home state of Jersey for this one. We're going to go see what Terry Rose has to say. Terry Rose, hello, hello. How are you? If you're still there, that is. Terry? Terry? I will sing for Terry. Terry Rose, Jurtson, where art thou? I don't sing very well, I'm sorry. Terry, if you're with us, that is. I will I'll message Terry, see if everything's okay and everything too as well. As I'm messaging Terry, I want to also let you know to thank everyone for coming out for the last Right to the Mic for the new year. And also to thank, we'll be back here on January 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern time and everything too as well. So we'll be back in 2 weeks and everything too as well. You should go check out The Word is Right for all the upcoming events and everything on Facebook, IG, and on YouTube too as well. We do have a YouTube channel now too as well. So you should go check that out too. If you want to see past shows and everything too as well, go for that and everything too as well. And also, if you have the chance, follow me at The Real Nick P on IG and Facebook, Nick Pay Logos. And this is my book, Ad versus Reaction, if it'll show and everything, but it's not showing. That's because my background does not want to work for me. It's okay. It's okay. You can see it on the website, reddergreenbooks.com, that Marissa Prada has in the window right there, in the off screen and everything too as well. Marissa Prada being the matriarch of both Red or Green Books, and The Word is Right is in the room and everything too as well. So there's Terry and everything too as well. Hey, Terry, I wanted to make sure everything was okay and everything too as well. So I want to see, hey, is everything okay? Are you good to go?
I was being called in another room to read at the same exact time.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you heard my singing and everything too. It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna
Oh man, I missed it.
Terry Rose, wherefore art thou?
I was singing Sweet Child of Mine. Who's by Axl Rose.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, right. I was singing that tonight in the car when I pulled up to the house, and I didn't want to get out of the car because I wanted to finish the song.
I get that. I'm the same way though, but I'm with a different song. I'm more with not so much Guns N' Roses. Although if you give me a chance to sing some Foo Fighters or Green Day, I will definitely jam out to that one and everything too. So that's a way to get
I
me
like
to sing.
Green Day. I saw them actually. They were live over here.
I
It
saw
was a
them in
few years
Camden.
back.
I saw them in Camden in 2017. That's also the time that my car broke down and everything like that. And thankfully, 2 other people came over to me and was like, "Listen, I have jumper cables, but my car is over that way." And then the guy that was across the street, across from me, who was like, "Well, you can use my car. I just don't have the cables." So it actually ended up working out very well, and I got my car jump started. So that was fun.
That's,
and
yeah,
everything.
cool. Whenever anybody helps out with that, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, they were like, "You shouldn't be stuck out here." And I'm like, I totally get that and everything too as well. Being stuck anywhere sucks and everything. So, you know,
Yes, it
that-
does.
yeah, no matter where it is, whether it's Camden, my hometown, or somewhere across the world and everything like that, it sucks. But yeah, Terry, you're up right now. If you wanted to go ahead and go present
Yeah.
a poem or two.
I do. I wrote another poem in here. For the one, if you're things that you starve yourself or things that you feed yourself,
Mhm.
I wrote that. So here's that poem. One day I decided I was too fat and I tried to starve the person in the mirror, but I ended up doing just the opposite. Just because, why not? Who cares anymore? Who am I trying to impress? Too old to be bothered. I am a goddess. Besides, all the women my age look like me. They are my people. Upon this moment of clarity, I periodically gorge myself with cannoli cream. I am on a mission to hit every Italian bakery from Atlantic City to Hoboken. Let them eat cake, boss.
I would love to embark on that journey to go ahead and go eat from every single bakery from Atlantic City all the way up to Hoboken and everything too as well.
And I will drive down for that. Yes.
That would be- Actually,
It
I have,
sounds like a plan. A plan is forming.
I have an idea. Generalissimo, you come down and everything, you scoop me. We'll go down to Terry Rose and we'll go all the way from Atlantic City up all the way to Hoboken. I would be so down for that idea. You have no idea. And if anyone wants to get in on there, just meet up with me and we'll work out and everything. We'll work it out and everything. I think that's a life goal right there. That would be awesome to just do that and everything.
This is
How
happening.
many bakeries are there, do you think?
Oh my God. So
A
many.
million.
So
bakers.
many.
There's the, like
If we say the wrong one has the best cannoli, we might get off.
that's a possibility, but there's also a place called Cannoli King in Philadelphia that has these giant cannolis too as well. My brother and I and my family, we stumbled upon that when we were in Philly one year. I think it was like 2008 or 2007 or something like that. We went to Philly and we ate when we found this Cannoli King place and we're like, oh, and they were huge too as well.
I've heard of that place. I've never tried their cannolis.
It's amazing. It's
There's
absolutely
a
amazing.
good, really, there's so many good places around here that do cannolis that it's just, you know, I am a cannoli connoisseur, so to speak.
I mean, I'm
There's
also
something we could all learn at Christmas. What happens if you leave Santa a cannoli?
I would love to see that happen.
He says Buon Natale.
So my question is, do you prefer the cannoli with the chocolate chips or with the fruit? I like the fruit cannolis.
I respect that. I'm more of a chocolate chip person.
'Cause I feel that that's more authentic. I don't think chocolate chip is authentic.
There are
think
so
it's-
many different kinds of cannoli.
I
There-
think that chocolate
there's-
chip cannolis were not invented in Italy.
right. There's gourmet cannolis. They've taken it to a new level.
Sort of like what are those little French sandwich things? The macarons that have all the different flavors. They now have different flavored cannolis.
Called a baguette.
Ooh la
Is
la.
that it? Or croissant or baguette?
No, I was talking about the macarons,
Oh,
the little tiny crunchy cookies with the cream centers.
Yes, I know what you're
Huh.
talking about. Yes, they have all the different flavors and everything too
Yeah,
as well.
They used to actually have a Whole Foods used to have a little freezer with like about 24 flavors in there, and
Mhm.
you could like pick them out with some tongs and put a whole thing in your bag. But they got rid of that. I don't think they got rid of it because I think they got rid of it well before the pandemic. I think it just didn't sell too well, but it was a nice thing when it was there.
I
Well,
agree.
I had an opportunity a few years ago to combine eating good food with sex. I had a lover who wanted to feed me all these sweets and wanted to see me gain weight. But I've been on the borderline of getting diabetes, so I didn't take him up on that offer. But that was the only opportunity I had so far in this life to combine sex and cannolis,
Okay,
and I
well,
missed it.
when I was in college, and I had never been inside of a gay bar, I went to this thing in New York that was this advertising conference at what's the place? Fashion Institute of Technology for students, right? And I had a friend who lived in the East Village, and I stayed with her. And we walked around on one day, and I saw this leather briefcase at this place near Christopher Street. And I went back the next day on a Monday when she was at work, and to find it. And so it's like in the afternoon, and I walk into this leather, like this sort of Western leather bar. And I didn't really know what it was. I think it was like Boot and Buckle or something like that. It was a small little place. It was like, I found it was like a really old gay bar. But I didn't know it was a gay bar because I didn't know anything from anything back then. So I walk in, I was hot. So I asked for a glass of water, and there was only one man sitting at the other end of the bar, this older man. He walks over to me and he says, "I would love to take you back to my place and have you take a dump on my chest."
Mhm.
You talk about
Well,
culture shock.
Well,
was
there's
just
actually,
I think he might have did that just to fuck with me because I looked like a naive kid, you know. But
there's
I
actually
don't know.
two
I don't know if that
anthologies.
was the truth or not.
Yeah, there's actually two gay anthologies which came out in the 1990s, which were about sex, and one of the short stories was just what you talked about, Brian. So there are some people who are into that.
It's called.
So
Scat.
anyway, scat. So what did you do, Brian? Did you open yourself to scat, or did you close yourself?
I think that I finished my glass of ice water and walked out of the bar, freaked out. I don't think I even reacted to anything. I just drank my water because I needed to have a drink of water after that, and I walked out.
So scat passed you by.
Well, we don't even know if that was a genuine scat offer or just fucking with some kid from out of town. But might have been.
Did you discover that you were into leather cowboys?
No, I've never discovered that. No.
All these missed opportunities. Anyways, Marula, will you tell us where you're from?
Yes, I'm Greek Cypriot and I live in Australia.
You live in Australia. What city or what territory?
Melbourne. That's Victoria, the state of Victoria. The city is Melbourne. I was in Cyprus for 3 months this year. I came back in November, so it was a totally different situation there. I went to comfort my mom, that is very old. Yeah, and now I'm back to my life.
Have you heard of the Australian writers group, which is in Melbourne?
Who?
There's a Australian writers facility for writers in Melbourne, Australia. And they sponsor once a month I think it's a 500 word flash fiction. So Friday at 5 p.m., they give you a prompt with a theme and 3 words, which you have to include. And then in 3 days, you have to submit. So they have a monthly contest. It's out of the Writers Center in Melbourne. They do that.
Oh yeah, can't remember the name of the building. The Writers Center. Yeah, the Writers Center. They have a name for it. I haven't been active for a long time. This year was not very good for me, and I haven't followed much, what's going on, and I lost motivation actually. So hopefully the next year I'll do something for myself and get back into my writing habits.
About 20 years ago, through a writer's center in Bethesda, Maryland, I took a workshop which met once a week starting the first week of the year. And it was to help you organize your goals for the year for writing and to help you inspire you. So that was something that was helpful to kick off my year with an inspiration. You might see if the Writer's Center there offers anything like that for New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, we do have an event, a Facebook event every year in April, 30 days. It's called the Dirty 30. It's called like that because they give you a prompt every day and you write something and you share it on the website, on the page, on the group. And you come up with some really nice pieces, sometimes do it out of duty, and it's, I was just reading actually now. I was reading some of my old pieces. You get some inspiration and you share and you give feedback to each other. And that's something we all look for. I can share the link if anyone is interested.
Is that through the group called Nano Writing?
No, it's not the
Nano.
NaNoWriMo. It's not the NaNoWriMo. I was a member last year in NaNoWriMo, or the year before, I think, during COVID. But I haven't done anything this year. I didn't follow the Dirty 30 challenge. You can become a member, and this is the.
You can put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm active with a publisher called Local Gems, which is out of United States in Virginia. And in April, they have a book competition for 30/30. And sometimes they give prompts for the 30/30, sometimes they don't. And then by May 5th, you have to submit your book. There's like a $30 entrance fee. And then the winner gets their book published and gets like 50 copies. So I've done that several times. And I usually cheat though. So what I do is that I've already decided earlier in the year what my theme is going to be. And I've already started to write some of those 30. So maybe when April 1st comes around, I've already written 15 out of the 30 poems. But I never tell the publisher that I cheat. I think you're supposed to write all of them in April.
Yes, you are. And he did say the guy who runs the group is called, it's Abdul Rahman Hamoud. He's very nice
Uh-huh.
guy. We did courses, we did workshops with him through my library here, my local library, a few years back. And I think he got married now and he's too busy with his life, but he still does it and we all love it.
Mhm.
And he said, don't come up with some old poem that you already have and put it there. The idea is to help you create new pieces, you know, and think. And
Right.
yeah, but we get free write. Every Friday is a free day, a free write. So if you have anything, you can pop it there. Anything you like from the past, you can pop it there. And I do that sometimes.
Right.
Yeah,
When
it's a nice thing to look after.
before when you were more active with writing, what was your what did you like about the hobby? What was your passion? What inspired you? And the reason why I'm asking is that if you can reconnect with that, that could help you get back into writing if you can refine your passion.
Well, I always, since 11-year-old, I made my, I learned about poetry, and as a little kid, I read a lot of books in my school since I started reading, and I love to read fairy tales. And then at the age of 11, I discovered poetry and the beauty of words. And I wanted to be an author, but they told me I'm going to die from starvation and it's not a job to do or a profession to follow. So I ended up doing other things, but I was writing on and off every now and then. And since 5 years ago, I had this opportunity in the library to join a group, and we wrote poetry. And I was very excited, and I just followed my dreams and doing activities every now and then. I do participate in some poetry nights every now and then, and share some of my poems in the local area here. But I can't really, I think I'm suffering from poet's block. I don't feel it. I need to do that anymore. I not that I don't feel to do it. I don't need. I just don't make time for it. My mind is too busy, too ill, to engage.
Nick, do you need to go?
I was about to say we're gonna wrap up like really soon and everything like that in a couple minutes and everything.
That's fine.
But you know, but it was great to hear the conversation and everything too as well. So I want to say that was awesome and everything, and I also want to give Terry props too as well for the poem too as well. That was awesome. There is another mic going on. Mr. Witz is having another mic with Josh Smalls, and I just put the info right there in the chat for you all. That I'll be also going over there too as well once I get everything wrapped up here too as well. If you want to go check that out too as well and everything too, Ja and Mr. Witz are both awesome. They're both based out of, I believe, North Carolina, and they're awesome in their own right too as well and everything too. So I want to say to everybody, thank you again for coming through tonight. Thank you for coming.
Nick.
Yes.
Robert,
Thank you so much, Nick.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Robert, I sent you an email.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you got it. Okay, because
I did. Thank you.
Have a lovely
Have
day.
a good night.
Night.
Have a great one, everyone, and we'll see you in the new year, everyone. Make sure you go follow The Word Is Right on Facebook, IG, and YouTube, and make sure you follow me as well on Facebook and YouTube and IG right over there too as well. I'm gonna be probably working on a YouTube channel of my own soon. I don't know yet. We'll see what the new year has to hold for me. But January 4th, we'll be back over here, same bat time, same bat channel. And for those of you going to Coach Jaws and Mr. Witz's mic, I will see you over there, everyone. Enjoy the rest of